Never say never. Once upon a time in the bustling town of Evergreen, there lived a young boy named Ethan who had a penchant for saying never to anything that seemed too challenging or out of reach. His friends and family often teased him about his lack of perseverance, but Ethan shrugged off their comments with a careless wave of his hand, firmly believing that some things were just not meant to be. One sunny day, a traveling circus came to town, bringing with it an air of excitement and wonder. Ethan's friends were eager to visit the circus and begged him to join them, but he shook his head and declared, "I'll never enjoy something as silly as a circus." With that, he turned on his heel and walked away, leaving his friends behind. As the days passed, Ethan couldn't shake the feeling of curiosity that lingered in the back of his mind. Despite his earlier declaration, he found himself drawn to the colorful posters plastered around town, each one promising a spectacle unlike anything he had ever seen. Finally, unable to resist any longer, he made his way to the circus grounds, his heart pounding with anticipation. From the moment Ethan stepped under the striped tent, he was captivated by the sights and sounds that surrounded him. Acrobats soared through the air with grace and precision, while clowns elicited laughter from the crowd with their antics. Each act was more mesmerizing than the last, and Ethan found himself swept away by the magic of the circus. As the final curtain fell and the crowd erupted into applause, Ethan realized the error of his ways. By saying never, he had almost missed out on an experience that had brought him more joy and wonder than he could have ever imagined. From that day forward, he vowed to approach life with an open mind and a willingness to try new things, knowing that sometimes the greatest adventures await those who dare to say yes instead of never. However, Ethan's newfound resolve was soon put to the test when his school announced auditions for the annual talent show. Despite his previous declaration to embrace new experiences, Ethan felt a familiar sense of doubt creeping in. "I'll never be able to perform in front of a crowd," he muttered to himself, feeling the weight of his own words settling heavily upon him. Despite his doubts, Ethan's friends encouraged him to give it a try, reminding him of the joy he had discovered at the circus. With their support, Ethan mustered up the courage to step onto the stage and showcase his hidden talent for storytelling. To his surprise and delight, his performance was met with thunderous applause, and Ethan realized that he had been selling himself short all along. From that day forward, Ethan made a conscious effort to banish the word never from his vocabulary, understanding that it was often a barrier standing between him and his dreams. With each new challenge he faced, Ethan approached it with an open mind and a determination to succeed, knowing that the only limits that existed were the ones he imposed upon himself. Years passed, and Ethan grew into a confident and adventurous young man, unafraid to chase after his passions and embrace the unknown. Whether it was traveling to far-off lands, pursuing a challenging career, or simply trying a new hobby, Ethan approached each opportunity with the same sense of enthusiasm and curiosity that had once eluded him.